Ready, tuner?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
What you gonna make?
So we're gonna do a couple things because the whole point of this car is to make sure you get A to B and get all the practice in and go faster. So this is your dedicated race car. We're gonna start out, we're gonna tune it on wastegate because that's gonna be your map to get dialed in once you feel better about your shifts, and then we'll bump power up. But I think that'll be a good start. We'll actually start somewhere where we never did. So you can get used to the car, whether we're gonna go get used to the car on the street before the track, and then we'll turn it up there more, or we'll start on wastegate there and go from there. But we'll start on wastegate, do that, and then I'm gonna create 2 other maps. That way we have something for when we're at the track and I can just pick one and we can go up. So wastegate on this car is right now 20 to 22 pounds because I did bump up the wastegate screen so we had more room to go. Because a lot of you remember watching this car know that was an issue where we didn't have enough wastegate screen in the car. So now we do more than what the turbo probably will ever do. And that's that. That's next door. But we're gonna do wastegate, 20, 22 pounds. And then from there, I think we'll go up to like 26 pounds. And then from there, we'll go all the way up.
All the way up?
Moon tune.
Oh gosh.
VA bait V2?
No.
Oh.
RA bait?
RA bait? That's
Doesn't
what everyone
go
said.
Anywhere near VA bait.
No?
No. Not its power.
Okay, so that's the plan. The record on this dyno with an FP Green is just over 500 wheel. And if you guys haven't seen the stuff on the internet, we've been getting quite a bit of shit for Mustang numbers and our corrected dyno jet numbers. So you guys always know we're a big track family. All we care about is trap speed and track times more than we care about numbers on this dyno. So I've made the decision from here on out, what numbers I'm gonna be telling you guys is just dyno jet. So it's just gonna be our 13% correction that we have on the dyno. And we're just gonna say dyno jet numbers, that's just gonna be it anymore. So that is what we're going with. But if you wanted to know the Mustang number on the dyno, I do hold it with the FP Green, was 452 or 451. So I'm looking to get more out of this today than that. We'll just kind of see and play it by ear. This car's always made power. So if you're new to the channel, don't know the setup.
From 2 days ago.
From 2 days ago, which I doubt. I'm sure everybody freaking knows the setup on this thing. We've already talked about it a million times. Yes, I do know it's dark in here right now. I have a slight issue. My LED lights decided they wanted to go into strobe land. So now it's a disco party.
Last night, like you said?
You see, I meant to and I forgot.
And you worked on your Civic instead.
Last night I did work on the Civic. She's gonna call me out for you guys. So, going over to setup. We have a stock Type RA short block in here. This is an RA. We just put a new engine in it from last season because when we bought this car it had metal in the oil, so we knew the inevitable was coming. So, new Type RA short block. We are still using stock heads, stock rod, stock crank, stock assembled. We do have a set of drop-in Manley pistons in here. Stock head bolts, not studs. I always say studs. And yes, I mean, do you want to say the only mod really in here is going to be the pistons? I know a lot of you are going to be like, that's cheating. Well, guess what, guys? I didn't build this car to be some kind of stock motor killer. We built this car so that she can go race. So we have an AMS intake manifold on here. Love the intake. Fits perfect with our new hard inlet pipe that we have here that you guys have been seeing that we've been testing. So that thing is awesome. Obviously, we have our ETS speed density intake. This car is on speed density. Not a big surprise. We have an AEM 5 bar as our map sensor. We have our lovely iWire plug and play adapter kit to go speed density, our favorite. And we have a set of ID 2000s in this. This is on flex fuel, and we have one of our modified fuel hangers in here. This has a single Walbro 450. Usually we tend to max those out right around 500 on the Mustang, which ends up being right around 580 to 600 on DynoJet. So I think we have enough fuel system for the green. At least we did when we did the record for the green. We went 1050 at 130 on a true original motor to the car, and it was perfect. Now when we went over to the FP0, as you guys know, the car trapped much higher and it was completely tapped on the fuel system. Definitely was really hard on the motor. So next thing we have is ETS front mount. I can't forget about them. They help us out tremendously on this channel, and we have one of their amazing ETS V2 headers on here that has been really giving us all the power. So goes over to setup for you guys. Like I said, we're gonna go over, I'm gonna clean up some drivability on the car. Different engine, so I'm just gonna verify everything's doing what it should. Clean up the drivability, and then from there we'll do a full pull on wastegate, and we'll see where our air fuel is dialed in. Wife will be recording in the background. I'm sure we're probably gonna a couple pulls in here on the camera. We're probably not gonna bore you with 10 million. Not that I plan on doing 10 million pulls. Probably do a couple on wastegate, just dial into the fuel map, and then from there it goes pretty quick. So that's the plan.
Everyone yell at Josh for not making any more hard inlets because everybody wants them, and he only made a couple, and they sold out immediately.
How many did I make? I made 5.
You made 5.
I made 5 as a test, and we didn't even list them on the site, and they're already sold. So
and everybody else wants them.
There's a few fortunate that got them, but as you can see, they're beautiful.
And you need to make more.
Should we do a pre-order?
I don't know how.
Oh, we're just asking you guys. Should we put it on the website where it's at least a pre-order in the meantime until we get a bunch in stock? I don't know. I'm still learning when it comes to parts development or parts stocking. I mean, obviously it's quite a bit to take on board along with everything else we do. So I want to. It's an awesome piece that works really well. This car's proved it.
Yeah.
But what are your expectations? What did you want for power? What do you want to do with the car, since we never talked about it?
I don't know.
You're going to show your face behind the camera?
Nope.
Oh, you're going to hide behind the camera?
Yes. I want the car to work. That's all.
That's what? No, give us a real goal.
It just needs to work. That way I can achieve my goal of going 11s.
Okay. Hopefully we'll inch that 11s to the 10s.
Maybe
and then we'll inch our way down to the 9s. And then she gets to see how hard it is, so she can stop bitching at me for doing $30,000 on the car for 2/10.
Yeah. You want to show them bride seats that are for sale because they lasted a whole weekend in here?
You know, I probably should. So, we had some bride seats. They came with the WX. I'm a bit too fat for them. The wife fits them great. I'm too fat for them. So, they're for sale. We have more here. I posted them up today. I don't know if they probably won't be sold before this video, but they are set of bride Zetas. I don't know how to say the last part.
I don't know.
They are authentic brides with rails for 15 to 21 STI, which I think might even work in the 08 chassis, but these do have the sticker showing that they are real. They are FI certified, and they are good till 2023. They're literally brand new. They have like 100 miles on them. Brand new. You guys want them? I do not want to ship these things. They're local. We're in Spokane, Washington, if you didn't know. 1,500 bucks. You can take a pair. It's $1,000 per seat new, so it's literally half off with the rails. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's get going. We've been talking enough. cheated you out of the first pole.
I have it on my phone.
Okay, well, she'll put that clip in there. We did a pole on wastegate, and I didn't even believe it. So I went back and looked, and everything, it's right. That's on wastegate, no boost added or anything. It made 549 and 388. Now focus.
How?
I don't know how. So I know I said we're gonna focus on dyno jet. I said the previous record on this dyno was 451 Mustang, and it made 488 on the Mustang and 409 torque. Well, 389 torque, sorry. But yeah.
She wants
What?
to party.
I'll show you boost wise here too. So boost on that pole was, if I can get it here, 23 was the peak, and then it fell down to 21 out the back. So needs a little bit of fuel at the beginning, but yeah, that's a lot of power for a wastegate. That makes me pretty excited for this thing. I mean, it's trapped 600 before on this turbo, so I mean, we're just backing it up more and more that it can do it. And it trapped 600 before on quite a bit of boost. So
Yeah, because last time you put this on the dyno, you cheated everybody and didn't ever finish it.
no, I never showed it. It made like
I don't
like,
even remember.
it was like 510 on the dyno before, right when we first put the dyno in. I think it was like 510. It was on 30 pounds. And yeah, wow. All right, well, our new motor is very happy over here.
That's
and
a plus.
Making a lot of power. So I'm gonna go through, clean this up. I need to add some fuel in the beginning. It's a little lean going into it. We're at 12.7 coming in, then goes back down to the 12.0 area. So I can run this a bit leaner now that we do have pistons in it. I think obviously their leaner is meaner, but there's a fine line to that. So I'm gonna go ahead, add some fuel to this, clean this up, and I would like to just carry out the wastegate, the boost out to the back. So I might add some wastegate duty into it just to carry it out. We'll see. The plan is just to have this map for you on wastegate.
Yeah.
So it's already making quite a bit of power. I guess I'll just go ahead and add fuel, and we'll call it good for this map, and we'll move on to the next. That way we're not doing a bunch of pulls on a new motor on a dyno. So let me clean this up. I'm gonna clean up that fucking idle. Damn thing.
How'd that go?
Oh, I bumped the idle up.
Oh, no, I was talking about your noises.
That's how that goes when I look at the idle and it's going up and down. I want to cut you. So I'm gonna fix that. That's about a 2-second fix. I'll show you. Won't show you. Pressure, Jesus.
You made me stand out in the cold for no flames.
Ooh. Every time you try to record flames, they never shoot. Power band is beautiful. There you are. So if you want to see what it made, bam, 544 and 383 on good old wastegate. This thing's freaking party mode.
Yeah, she is.
She's got a little fire in her.
No, does she? She's meant to
sprinkled
be
some
a
in
race
there.
car.
She was meant to be. This is your lowest map. Motor's got 190 miles on her. So that's gonna be it for that one. Everything looked good on the fueling on that one, way cleaner. So I'm gonna save that. That's your get her done track map.
Deal.
And then now we're gonna turn her up a bit. So we're gonna go up, like I said, 26 pounds, and then from there we're going to where the turbo will go, which is like 34, 35.
Can't wait to see her rip, bud.
And no, we'll show you guys here in a brief momento. So guys, I'm over here flashing the car, and I did exactly what I said it's not gonna do. We have ran out of fuel system with an FP Green. How? So single Walbro 450, like I told you guys earlier, runs out right around 500 Mustang, which is like 580 to 600 dyno jet. And looking at our graph here, which I'm just finishing up my flash, you can tell we're coming in at 28 psi, and it tapers down because, well, it's an FP green. It's a pretty small turbo, so it's going to taper down a little bit. I was trying to ramp in some wastegate duty there, and it only dropped to from 28 to 27.1 and rode 27 out the back, so that's pretty good. But the main problem is right around 5600 we start going leaner, and then it just holds 12.5 out the back. So tells me we're out of fuel system. I did go ahead and add fuel, and the only change that happened was it added injector duty cycle. But right now the car on 28, and it's 28 to 27 pounds, car made 600 and 444 2 torque. That is impressive. Now, if you guys remember the same with the green before, we trapped 600 plus wheel on the green before, and a lot of people gave us shit. They said it's not possible, there's no way, we're fudging it. And to be honest, even I was surprised. But now, I mean, we're backing it up, and the power band on this thing looks amazing. So I'll have you show them here where it says 600 and 442, guys. There's the graph, there's the numbers. I don't know if it's gonna be clear at all for you guys, but that is the numbers for you guys. Like I said, out of fuel system right now. I made one more change. I'm gonna see if I can get something back. If not, then I'm gonna end up having to turn the car down until we can put a double pumper in here, which I think that's gonna be what's gonna have to happen anyways. It's just mind-blowing to see this thing be this efficient, make this much power on a little FP green. So let's go ahead, do this poll. We'll record this for you guys since we haven't recorded anything with boost yet, and we'll make the decision from there what we're gonna do. Now, I didn't change anything to make any more power. All I did was just make some fuel changes, and from what I had a quick glance over here, it moved a little bit, but not enough. I mean, we're at 12.3, and I would definitely like to be, like I always tell you guys, 11.8, 12.0. I mean, that's where I'd like to be on my personal car or customer car at this stock motor. I mean, yes, I know it has pistons in it. At this level, I'd probably be like 1160, 1180, but 12.3, it did come down, and then up top it came down. So I'm gonna look at the data log, see if there's any more room to give there. Boost wise, we came in 28 pounds, same thing, fell down to 27.2 and rode out 27.6 at the back. So a little bit of a taper there, but I mean, you can't really complain about that. I mean, 602 horsepower of an FP green, 28 pounds. Never heard of. So I'm gonna look at this. If I can clean that spot up on there, then we're good. But I know deep down it needs a bigger fuel system. We have ID 2000, so I mean, we're fine on the injector. Of course, my injector duty cycle isn't going to be the direct showing of it. What's showing it is when I make a fuel change and I'm watching my injector duty cycle. And to give you an example, we were at 60% and it was at 12.5. Added more fuel on and went to 66%, and we were still at 12.5. Now I dumped quite a bit into it, probably about another 20% fuel up top just to get a test, and we're at 80% injector duty cycle, and we went down 0.2 points. That tells me we're out of fuel pump. So I'm gonna bump it down. It's lame, but I want to at least have another map for her when we go there other than wastegate. So wastegate being the 23 pounds, I'm just going to put the car down like 24, 25 pounds. That should be enough, hopefully, for this fuel system. And then radiums are on back order right now, so we'll have to end up getting one later on, hopefully by the next track day when we have some slicks. So I'm going to go through, revise this, and that should finish this out tonight. That's going to be our highest number for tonight, 602. And I didn't look at 443 torque. So that's gonna be the highest number, guys. Definitely still stock motor killer over here. These little stock rods are screaming for their life. All right, turn her down. I don't know how to do that. My down button should be removed from the laptop. Target for air fuel, and graph looks good, everything looks good. Made 583 and 419. That was on 25 pounds. So you can definitely see where we're making really good power for the turbo, but 3 pounds and we're gaining what, doing math in my head right now, 17 horsepower, 19 horsepower. So you can see where it's going. You know, it's going to get harder and harder and harder to make power because we're already making a lot of power for the turbo. So looking at our air fuel here, definitely was exactly where I wanted it. You know, we're right at that 11.8, 12.0. Everything looks good. Maybe listen to me. Yeah, literally spot on. Needs a little bit more boost in the mid-range, but I guess that's a little bit better. It overshot the target. It was 26 coming in, fell down to 24.9, came back up to 26 at red line. So it has a little dip, so I'm going to clean that dip up, but that means we can run this until we get some more fuel, and it's right on target by set 580. Wallbow 450, she's just tapped. No more. I'm blown away. ORA's been sitting here looking at the dyno.
Oh my god.
Waiting to go back on it and just fuck all these stock motor cars up. I can't believe this thing. It's freaking crazy. Well, clean this up and then we'll end out this video. We'll do a little rip ski on the dyno for you guys before we end it out.
Oh, imagine that.
Ooh, got to.
It's your favorite part.
Then we gotta test out the launch control.
Stop.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna put anti-lag on it. There's no point.
That's good.
This thing hits full boost the second before it. No. So I'm looking over the log, and it looks like the dyno's off by a couple PSI today, or the car's off. It doesn't make sense which one's off. But the car says hitting its target, 25 pounds, holding 25 all the way out the back. So 25 pounds. In the end, 25 pounds to the 28 we had before, which was right around 27. We're gaining 19 wheel, so I guess probably 10 pounds per, or sorry, 10 wheel per a pound a boost. So now we know where we're gonna end up. I'm sure it's probably gonna fall off. That makes sense because it probably make like 630 at 32 pounds. So that's pretty spot on. That's what we trapped. So figured I'd throw that in there real quick because I was looking over this log. But now I'll make just a minor adjustment at the end here, and we'll clean it up and do another rip.
A rip ski.
Another rip ski.
Did you know you don't have to wear your seatbelt because this has the modded thing from the other seats?
Did you know that every time I flash it, it comes back?
Oh, I haven't been wearing my seatbelt this whole time.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't make no sense.
I don't know.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to hear that noise. nice and flat the whole way across. That is it. So that's what you're gonna get for now, because I can't do anything else. 583.
Beautiful.
425 torque. Look at that. Holds it. Beautiful power out.
Prime.
Probably can't even see it. There you go, guys. That is it. I'm gonna clean up this one spot on drivability, and then I'll do a little Polski on here, and we'll wrap this up because she's got to work at 3 a.m. So, and it's 9 p.m. after a full day of work. Came off the damn dyno.
Oh God.
I didn't think it was gonna spin the whole damn gear.
Bye.
Alright, that's it. We're out.
Living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground. Living life up in the fast lane. Life, though you lemons, you just put them in Coronas. Coronas, Coronas. I've been working, I need that advance with the bonus. The bonus, the bonus. Ain't no thoughts about tomorrow, I'm just living in the moment. The moment, the moment. Full tank of gas and 200 on the dash. Bitch, I'm zoning, I'm zoning, I'm zoning. Fast lane. Living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. Life up in the fast lane.